All right, hi, my name is Peter Armstrong. I'm co-founder and CEO of Leanpub. I am making this video for one person, so I'm going to put it on YouTube, and my hope is it gets one view, but that it's the correct view. This video is for Alex Hormozi. He is the author of two books. Currently, there are going to be more. The third one is in progress. $100 million offers, $100 million leads. Full disclosure, I've read $100 million offers. It's amazing. I am working on implementing those tactics and strategies in Leanpub right now. As of October 7th, 2023, we are not there yet. But I want to make a video right now to Alex about why he should publish his next book on Leanpub, why Leanpub is already the best place for him to publish his next book, and why our values align so much with his values, and why if he feels like he could put his current books on Leanpub as well. There are a few advantages: variable pricing, 30 language AI translations, course AI stuff. That's a sort of secondary objective. And the third objective, which is right now, Leanpub is not large enough to work with acquisition.com. Acquisition.com is Alex's company. They work with 3 to 10 million plus per year revenue companies. That's not Leanpub at the moment. Our sales are less than 3 million a year. And you can just do the math from there. But I am very confident that after we've implemented the strategies in $100 million offers and $100 million leads, we will get there. And so, Alex, the idea is if you put your next book on Leanpub and see what it's like to be a Leanpub author, you'll have a better idea of whether or not, if we approach you in the future, be like, hey, we made it. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I know you guys. And actually, I'm probably one of the reasons I helped you make it, because my next book sold a boatload of copies on Leanpub, tons for free, tons for money. I made 30 translations of my book into 30 languages, of my existing books into 30 languages with one click. And you guys were awesome. And so this is one of those sort of recursive things where by working with Leanpub, Alex, now on your next book and with AI translations and AI courses of your current books, chances are you'll work with Leanpub again very soon, because you'll see how awesome we are. And in terms of like, we're this, as a technology platform, we're awesome. And in terms of our values and how they line up with you, we're awesome. In terms of how much of a successful business we are at the moment, not awesome. But we're going to get there. And so anyway, to the pitch. So first of all, why should you use Leanpub for your next book? $100 million something. And the answer is, first of all, your book right now is in progress. I've seen you on acquisition.com, you have the green cover, which is blurred out, $100 million, whatever. And when it comes out, I will read it. Now, the interesting thing is, I would love to read it today, in progress, even if it's total shit, even if it's completely like half a chapter here, a few ideas over there, yada, yada, yada. I would have much more value reading this in progress book now and then reading it again when it was done, than waiting for it to be all polished and finished, say 6 months, 9 months, a year from now, and buy it from Amazon then. I'll do that as well, by the way. Like, Leanpub doesn't sell print books. So for Leanpub authors, if they can click a button and get a print book out of their ebook, and then they can take that and sell it on Amazon themselves. And so Leanpub is not in the print book business. We're in the ebook business, specifically in progress ebooks and completed ebooks, and in progress and completed courses. Now, historically, most Leanpub books have been written in something called Markdown, which is like a way of writing, like the bloggers use to write HTML. Like, it's just a plain text micro format. Like, let's type some stuff. You type asterisks or italics, whatever. That's probably not what you'd want for your book. It looks like your books are written in Word, and then produce, like, typeset probably with like InDesign or whatever. You can just also use an upload mode book with Leanpub. And so you can write your book however you're writing it, and then just drag and drop and then upload it. And so now you'd be like, well, why would I use Leanpub for that instead of like self-publishing it myself in acquisition.com or using Gumroad or whatever? And the biggest reason you'd publish it on Leanpub yourself while it's in progress, instead of just putting it on acquisition.com or using Gumroad, is really simple. Leanpub has been around for over a decade, and we've established ourselves as a place that sells in-progress books and courses. People who buy on Leanpub understand, hey, the thing I'm buying isn't necessarily done. There'll be updates. The author can update just by clicking a button, publishing a new version of their book, and then I'll get an email from Leanpub with the new version. I can download it for free, yada, yada, yada. And so this is a way Like you don't have to do all this sort of customer support stuff around selling an in-progress book. Hey, when are you doing the next version? Or I didn't get it, or I need help downloading the formats, or downloading the files, or yada yada yada. Leanpub is just a place people sell in-progress completed ebooks. Click a button to publish the next version, iterate, publish in progress. And the main reason you'd publish in progress isn't the extra money. And actually, I'll talk about money briefly now. So Alex, obviously you have a ton of it. Leanpub lets you sell your books for free. It also lets you sell your books for a minimum and a suggested price. Like you can sell your book, you can say my book can be purchased for free, or it can be purchased for say $19 and up. And you can set it, the maximum price can be like $1,000, whatever. So you can say, hey, pay what you want for my book. Pay me nothing. If you're like just starting out, you got nothing, you're just hustling, trying to make it, pay nothing. Or you can be like, the suggested price is $19. I suggest you pay that. If you want to pay less, you can go down to any minimum price that you set. The cheapest minimum price that's paid that you can have is $7.99. So you can say, hey, look, pay what you want, pay nothing, or pay $7.99 or $19. Or you can say, look, pay nothing or just pay $19 and up. If you're not going to pay $19, just get it for free. If you want, also, Leanpub has a causes program where you can donate some or all of your royalties to a cause, so you can do that too. So the point is, Leanpub is the most flexible way to sell an in-progress book. Readers know about getting updates. An author can set a minimum price and a suggested price. They can also allow free purchases. And so you can set it up to be in line with your values. And in terms of causes, there are lots of really good causes on Leanpub. I'll put some links in the comments for more information. Okay, that's the first reason. So basically, Leanpub is the place to publish and sell in-progress books, ebooks, and courses. This is what we do. We've been doing it for a long time. We're really good at it. You don't have to change your existing writing workflow, because chances are you've already started and you're far down the process of writing your next book, and so you have a writing workflow you like. Now, if you didn't have a writing workflow you liked, and you're like, man, I wish I could just type and just have all that stuff just magically work. We have you could just go to browser mode and just start typing plain text and click a button, and literally a book would come out. And then you can just have someone else do all the formatting work for you. So it's actually extraordinarily easy to write in Markdown. You don't have to do any formatting at all. You just type the words and it's plain text with no formatting. And a book comes out. And then you can iterate really fast that way. So you can just, all the sort of impediments to writing are actually because of the tooling you're using. And if you just remove the shitty tooling and have better tooling, the writing goes so much better. So that's the first version. This is rambling because I'm literally just doing it live. Second point. Why Leanpub for your current books? So they're obviously doing really well already. The first one, $100 million offers, sold over 250,000 copies. I'm not saying you need to use Leanpub to be successful. You don't. You're already successful. What could Leanpub offer you? First of all, because of the variable pricing thing I explained already, you can sell if you have an ebook, you can put an ebook either in EPUB format or PDF format on Leanpub and sell it with that variable price. And so you can say, okay, it's free, or it's $7.99 an app, and you can choose how the royalties are split with causes. So that's really nice. And so it's a better place to sell your ebook than just on Amazon KDP. Of course, you can do that as well also, and you should. The most important reason for you to use Leanpub, though, right now, is if you look at your books, they're in English. Leanpub has a service called Translate AI, where you can click one button and we can translate your book into 30 languages. Languages I'll put a link in the comments. But basically, now this doesn't normally work right now on Leanpub with upload mode books. Right now it only works on Leanpub with books that have been written in Markdown. But we think you're awesome, and so what we will do is, if you do publish on Leanpub, if you give us your manuscript, we will convert it into Markdown for you, and then we will do the Translate AI process into all 30 languages. And so with one button click, or just by emailing me saying, yeah, do it, then your books, $100 million offers, $100 million leads, will be available in 30 languages. You don't have to do any work at all. And our AI software, the AI we use, will do the work. So basically how this works is, we use GPT-4, but it's not like you using GPT-4 by ChatGPT. We have a really involved process we've worked on really hard for a number of months. And what we have 2 passes of GPT-4, because basically what we do is we give it the text. We're like, hey, translate this. Basically, it's longer than that, but hey, please translate this, and it translates it. And then we ask it again, hey, please like review your work, figure out what you can improve, and then translate it again using those suggestions you made, and tell all your steps, and et cetera, et cetera. It does it again, and then we also have a GPT validation step where we check to make sure, hey, did anything go wrong? And so we have this really neat process we've built, and it works really well. And so we will translate your books, $100 million offers, $100 million leads, into 30 languages for you. Now, normally this costs a reasonable amount of money, but if you publish your books on Leanpub and your next book on Leanpub, we will do this process completely free for both books at our cost, because we're convinced that you'll make enough money that's worth it for us to do it, and because we really want your next book on Leanpub. Next up, Course AI. So your books are already courses, and so you might be like, why would I? So first of all, what is Course AI, and why would I use it? So the answer is, I'm not quite sure if this is the fit for you, but there's one idea here, which is, let's say we've done the process of doing the AI translation into 30 languages for you. Then we've converted your book into Markdown, into our little version of Markdown called Markua, but Markdown. And so we can just click a button and have Course AI, again, uses GPT-4, does 2 passes and stuff to take your content and automatically make a course out of your book content, with quizzes and exercises and automated marking. And so students can do this course, and they can get a certificate of completion at the end if they got enough of a good mark. And so, and in terms of pricing, you can choose, hey, my course is completely free, or my course is paid with variable pricing. Just like with books, there's a higher minimum price because we don't want like minimum paid price, because we don't want courses to feel cheap. So you might be like, well, so first of all, you don't have to charge money for it. It's not like, oh, I'm selling all these expensive courses. No, you can give away the course just like you can give away your books. Now and you already give away your course on acquisition.com. So you might be like, why would I do this? And so one reason, you give away the video course. And one reason is, if you do this thing on Leanpub, the Course AI, with the minimum and suggested prices, then you could do a thing where you donate all the money to charity for the course. And you could also do a thing, you could also have this course with the certificate, and this would let people who are at work buy the course. And like, because at companies quite often there's like HR departments, and they're like, we have training, you have to go do some training every year. And it's hard to tell some companies, hey, pay me to sit in a room and read a book. And so books, even though books that are like courses, it's hard for you to get paid to sit and read a book. And so having an actual course is better for those employees. It gives them more value because they can do a course and do it, they have their company help like support them, blah, blah, blah. It also lets people test their knowledge and, think about the material. And even, even though it's just a course with multiple choice questions that were generated by GPT-4, and actually they're really good, by the way, like, you'd be surprised at how good the quality of the course quizzes and exercises that get produced are. And what happens basically when you use Course AI is, for every chapter, we generate an exercise and a quiz. And they're multiple choice questions. And so if your book has like 10 chapters, you get 10 exercises and 10 quizzes. And the exercises and quizzes each have about 15 questions. And the exercises, the mark doesn't matter. The quizzes, the mark does matter. Then your course has a minimum grade of, say, 60 or 70 or whatever % to get the certificate. And so for people who want to like do a course and get a certificate just for the action of doing that, you can use Course AI to do that. And so basically Course AI lets people make online courses out of their Leanpub books with one button click, and it uses GPT-4 and all our little AI prompt engineering to do that. Okay, third reason why you should use Leanpub right now to publish your next book. So as I said earlier, Leanpub is not at the $3 to $10 million revenue per year stage. And so we are not a good customer for acquisition.com at the moment. And on October 7th, 2023. But if and when that changes, and my goal is for it to be when that changes, then if we emailed you and said, hey, we're Leanpub, we do this, you'd have already published a book on Leanpub or 2 books on Leanpub. I'm not sure how long it'll take us to get there. And you'll know, oh, Leanpub's awesome. And if they did all my acquisition.com secret sauce growth stuff, I could easily scale that. And so this would be a way for you to beta test Leanpub while using Leanpub for your next beta book. And so it's kind of fun. I mean, basically, by working with Leanpub on your next book, ironically, you will help us get to the milestone where we are large enough to work with you in what you're trying to accomplish. All right. So in short, I hope this was interesting. I'm going to put a link to my Calendly in the YouTube comments below. So if you want to talk more, Alex, you can just click the Calendly link and pick a time, or you can just DM me on Twitter, or you can email me. My email is peter@leanpub.com. And I look forward to you trying Leanpub. I'll happily give you a walkthrough over Zoom, or you can just try it out yourself. Yeah. And thanks for your attention.